Israel's Prime Minister's office on Tuesday confirmed that the bodies of 6 hostages from the Khan Yunis area of Gaza have been retrieved. The bodies of hostages were found overnight in southern Gaza. The families of the deceased have been informed. The Hostages Families Forum, an organization that represents most hostage families, called on the government to seal the hostage deal with Hamas. And Sarah Coates joins us from Tel Aviv for more. Sarah, what more can you tell us about the 6 bodies of hostages rescued from Gaza, including one, we are told, previously thought alive?
Hello there, Ramesh. Well, this was an operation carried out in the early hours of the morning in joint cooperation with the Shin Bet and also the IDF. Now, this was announced earlier this morning. Certainly horrendous news for the families of these people, really highlighting the urgency of getting this ceasefire deal done. And this, of course, is why the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is here in the region. Yet another crisis tour. He has just touched down in Cairo. He'll be meeting the Egyptian president, also the foreign minister, before then moving on to Doha, one of the key mediators there, to meet Qatar's emir. Now, certainly, once again, this is really seen as a last chance to potentially get this deal done. We have been hearing, actually, from Hamas spokesperson Osama Hamdan speaking out from Beirut that the head of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, is actively involved in these negotiations, with him saying that there are tools and mechanisms in place for Sinwar to actually be able to communicate with these negotiators, given that many believe he is very deep inside this labyrinth of tunnels in Gaza, which is where these bodies were retrieved from Khan Yunis. So certainly horrible news for the families of these people, and this is why we're just seeing almost daily demonstrations of these family members really trying to get this deal done, calling on the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his negotiating team basically not to come back without a deal this time.
Now, that said, Sarah, what more can you tell us about the situation or escalation in Israel's north?
Right now, Ramesh, firefighters are trying to put out massive wildfires in Israel's north. This is after some 55 rockets were sent over from Lebanon into Israeli territory a little earlier today. We do understand, according to the military, there have been no injuries. A number of these missiles were actually intercepted by the Iron Dome missile defense system, others landing in open areas. Now, overnight, the Israeli military hit what it is calling a Hezbollah weapons storage facility in the Bekaa Valley. That is about 70 kilometers from the Israeli border, so fairly deep inside Lebanon. And according to Lebanese officials, around 8 people have been injured, 2 of those children. But right now, basically both sides are sticking within the rules of engagement, or saying that they are trying to target military sites. But it's certainly a very worrying situation, and this is another one of the reasons that the US Secretary of State Blinken is here, trying to get this ceasefire deal through, hoping that if in fact this does happen, that this could possibly prevent a wider scale conflict from breaking out in the region, because we do need to remember that both Hezbollah and Iran are threatening retaliation at Israel for the assassinations of 2 senior leaders.
As they say, watch this space. Sarah, thank you for now, but we'll keep coming back to you for more as we go along. Thank you. Appreciate it.